Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Aster Plays Mars Horizon. Alright, let's pick up where we were last time. So we completed our sounding rocket test launch. We are working on the next mission, which is the artificial satellite. Yeah, I don't think we have anything to do this month except get in this the science, finish off that research, and then bump over to another project. So let's advance. All right. So artificial satellite research complete. An essential first step in any space program. The first agency to launch a satellite into a stable orbit around Earth will take a prominent early lead in the space race. All right. So we reached Era 1, the dawn of spaceflight. As rocket technology advances, so does the prospect of exploring beyond the confines of our planet. Yet the public continues to question whether the fledgling agencies can overcome the dangers of spaceflight. We unlocked the moon. All right, this is awesome. So, cool. Now we have our first other planetary body we can focus on here. And just like the Earth, you can unlock missions for that. And you can see Era 1, we have a lunar orbit. Era 2, a crewed moon landing. So this is what we're going for as our first, medium-term goal. But we got stuff to do before that. So we saw a few other things popped up. So we completed our test launch. So now we see that Japan is launching in 3 months. China's launching in 4 months. ESA is launching in 3 months. The Soviet Union is launching in 7 months. So see where they are. So they're a few months out where we got a little bit of a leg up. We've already got the research done for the next mission. So let's check that out. So, all right. So, okay. So we have the mission. So they'll do this a lot. So there's just like a little combo here. So you have a mission and a payload for the mission. So the mission itself is researched, but now we have to research the payload for it. And luckily we banked a bunch of research. We have 239, we got 112 coming in. So in 1 month we will have the Explorer satellite figured out. So we're gonna just keep it on that. And then actually we're gonna jump over here real quick. We're gonna select, we can't do that yet because we don't have the we haven't started the mission, but I think we can glean a little information about the payload. So the payload weighs 15 kilograms. Yeah, I think that's enough. So really what you got here is you have boosters and upper stages. When you build moving forward, the sounding rocket was its own thing. You can see it has a capacity of nothing, so we can't use this. It only has suborbital flight as well. It's not meant to go into orbit. So when you're putting together rockets in this game, they have it split into booster stages and upper stages. The booster lifts the upper stage. The upper stage carries the payload. So you kind of work backwards here. So we know the Pioneer is going to be 15 kilograms. So we can see that this upper stage can carry 15 kilograms, and it itself weighs 300, and it can reach Earth orbit. And the Vanguard booster has a capacity of 300, so it can carry that upper stage. So basically, we're going to have to research this next. So we'll get the payload research now. That's 300 research, and then we have 150 and 150, so we have another 300 to go. So there's no way around that. I think it makes sense to just, it's not like we can build the rocket until we have the mission unlocked anyway. We need to get the payload researched in order to do so. So that seems fine. So let's see, did any requests open up? Not yet. So there's no requests yet. We kind of just have to research now. So I think we'll pop open a month. Cool. small but simple satellite capable of transmitting basic scientific data back from space. So the Explorer, I might have said Pioneer before, but I'm an Explorer. Research is completed. Cool. And as you research things, you'll unlock more stuff in the encyclopedia here, which is cool. So we can. This is what we're going to build, and it, gives you all the historical data on it. Really good stuff. Like I love that they back this stuff in there as well. So you can learn about things as you play. It's great. Cool. So we're good on this for now. On missions, buildings. These would be nice, but not needed at the moment. So let's just kick over to here. So in a month, we'll get that done, and then we're going to slow down a little because we're not going to have any other banked. Well, we'll have a little bit banked, but we're not going to be able to do this other stage in a month. So we'll have to see what else is going on. So I see exclamation mark. So maybe there is. Yeah, there is. So we've unlocked this mission. We're the only one to have it fully researched. And now we also have a request mission we can do. Now, I kind of want to get this one planned, but we don't have. Well, here, we can click it. We don't have to do it. So you have to build the payload. And then that'll take some time. Then you build the vehicle. That takes some time. And then you'll set the launch to do both. Well, we technically can start the payload build process. Because it's going to take a couple months. And there's some options of how you build it. They give you different benefits. And it's pros and cons, really. But no matter what, it's 2 months. So we're looking at, right now, 3 months of research just for the spacecraft. 2 months to build this. And then we'll also need time to build the craft, which I think we can go back and check real quick. I think there was 1 month a piece. I think that's cumulative. So I think it will take 2 months to build this rocket. So what I'm getting at is maybe we do this mission in the meantime, as it just requires the sounding rocket, and it'll give us a little research bump to help us through all this. So it says no mission slots available, because I did click this mission and we did technically started it, but we haven't paid for anything. We can abort that real quick. So I think we'll get this on the docket, because we just have to build this. Yeah, so in 2 months, so it'll be about 3 months total. But at our current research rate, that's cool, because then we'll have all the other rocket parts, and then we can just start doing the other things. So, and this will bring in some more research for us. And we have the income right now. And not only that, it's going to make our sounding rocket even more reliable as we go. And as we see now, we're starting at 40%. So that's great. So yeah, let's build the Abundance vehicle here for the test launch for the atmospheric sampling request mission. So a little side mission, 2 months, really ready to go. While we research the Vanguard booster. Well, let's click ahead here. I think that's fine, right? Yeah, and so that's where that mission control, giving us more mission slots, is helpful. So cool. We researched this, a small liquid fuel rocket designed for launching basic satellites into low Earth orbit. Great. You can't click this. It'd be nice to click that and just jump. So Vanguard, yeah, that shows us the Vanguard system is nice, cool. And we'll pop this over. So just real quick, you can see these other booster stages. So where ours can carry 300. This one can carry 1,000. This one can carry 1,200. So this whole tier up to here is all small launch pad, and then this starts to break into the medium launch pad. But with all of this, we'll be able to do even some moon probes, I believe, as well. So, but yeah, start researching the Viking upper stage. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, also just a reminder, we did hit our tier goal. So we will be getting more funding at this funding review. Yeah, so I think. All right. So they construct the vehicle, but no issues. So we just gonna be able to launch at our base 40%. And fortunately, we're in August. The next month is not you can't even use it. It's invalid. October is suboptimal. So we're gonna have to punch out 3 months. You know, I'm alright with that though. I don't think this is gonna hold us up, because I think by the time we construct all the other things, we'll have definitely launched. Oh, it is. You know what? It is gonna delay us. Now that I think about it, this is actually gonna delay us because we won't be able to plan the mission at all. So we won't be able to start construction on the payload until after this. It could set us back a little bit. So what are our options? We already built the rocket. We actually can cancel it if we wanted. Or we could try to launch in the suboptimal window, which is going to drop us 20%. Save a month. So where are we at? Once again, okay, yeah, we only have one more month. We would be able to start. Well, I guess we could have started it now. Yeah. Damn, so yeah, if we abort now, I think we would get refunded the vehicle, which was 80. Oh, I never noticed that. You can actually scrap the. Yeah, so if you got an effect that was really bad, I guess you could scrap it and just rebuild it. That's actually interesting. That's definitely worth doing, because I never did that, and some of them are really bad. Second thoughts on this income thing, you know. Yeah, I don't want to get set behind here. Let's just take a quick peek. Yeah, see, everyone else has already finished the research and they haven't planned it yet, but they will. And yeah, we cannot be behind. So they're still going. So Japan is already finished and China is going to launch this month. Ooh, all right. Yep, we're going to have to switch. That's okay. That's all right. Accept and abort. Alright, maybe we didn't get paid back. I really thought it said you get a refund. But anyway, let's plan this mission. Let's get the payload going. So, something that we didn't see when we launched the sounding rocket, it just about to launch. We start launching payloads. You have 2 steps. You get the launch phase and you have the payload phase. And this is where the game gets a little more interesting than Buzz Aldrin did. There you kind of watched all the different steps of the mission. It was actually really cool and in depth, but you were really just watching them roll dice effectively behind the scenes, you know, like, okay, this part was successful, and it was all based on your prep going into it, which is good, but you didn't do anything. You watched, and now they made it more interactive, where there was like little things you had to do to achieve certain levels of like mission resources, like data, navigation. Then later on, there's more it gets more and more complex. You have to kind of balance heat or thrust, things like that. It's neat. So that's why there's different options of these payloads. So the base one is 65% reliable. Starts with 4 power. Power is a mission resource. And then here it says it has improved communications modules. That's going to be related to those payload mission things I was talking about, but the reliability goes down. And then this one is similar. It has, oh sorry, no, this is a cheaper one. So it's half as much to make it, but at the cost of reliability. And this one I like a lot. I always like the power ones. You start with 6 power instead of 4. You don't have to spend as much time recharging the batteries on the mission. This is a cool one. It just makes it cost more. So it's 150k instead of 100. We're gonna go with the base one for now. 2 months, 100k. Let's just build that payload. So now we are planned. That mission is planned. It's on the books. Yeah. Okay. So I, we lost a couple months. That's my bad. But I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we had a little head start on everyone, so we'll hope to keep that up. All right. So now we got the small upper stage capable of lifting only basic satellites into low Earth orbit. Now we have a nice baseline Earth orbit light payload system. I think it's time to start working on some of these training buildings that give us a little boost to our launches. I think we'll start with, or sorry, not our launches, but our missions in general. This one in particular is for launch reliability. I think right now we're going to start with that one, as we're still early on our rockets. They're not seasoned yet. We could use some help with that, so I think that's where we're going to go next. Yeah, I don't think it's worth popping up these ones that take 500. Let's get our foundation solid, and then we will actually need to shift over to these heavier rocket boosters and upper stages. But I think this is the next logical research step. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, that's pretty neat. So within all of these categories, missions, buildings, and vehicles, there is a era bonus. So here, of these 8 things that are in the era, so not back here, but these 8, if you unlock all of them, you get a bonus. So we get advanced demolition, and it makes that cost to remove the obstructions on your base, like the trees and the rocks, by 50%. So pretty huge, honestly. This one is most likely you're gonna build all these anyway. So this is like a, not a gimme, but I would place your things in the cheapest way possible, knowing you're gonna get a discount on the demolition thing, and then move your stuff around maybe after you can clear it out. So and it's a different thing on each. So same thing over here. If you do all these, you get a just inherent bonus on your payload reliability, which is nice. And same thing with the vehicles, you get the launch reliability. So that's cool. I mean, the trees get pretty big. But yeah, having that little bonus for being like a completionist there is pretty nice. Okay, cool. So we got that research set. Payload's going to be built next month. Yeah, that's all we can really do. Let's go. All right. Our artificial satellite has been built. Okay, cool. So here we got a plus and minus. So cheaper, it's going to be cheaper to build the vehicle. We're going to get less science out of it. So that's the second time we're getting a science deficit. That's A bummer. But at least we didn't get a payload reliability problem or anything like that. Yeah, and I guess, you know, this way we would be able to scrap that. If we didn't like this, we could scrap it, build it again. But we don't want to waste time. And there's really a lot of, there's like an edge of risk that you got to take. That's what they're going for, you know, in the game and in real life. You know, like there's an inherent risk to all of this. You kind of have to push it a little bit. So cool. So now let's design our vehicle. So this is going to be I'm going to design a new vehicle. This is a little different than last time. So before it was already selected. Now, out of the things that we have, the parts we have researched, we get to pick the upper stage and the booster stage. So this will show us all available things. Anything we can research will show up here, even if we don't have it researched, because it lets us plan ahead. If we knew, like, no, we're definitely going to go with this one. Let's just get it designed. We can lock that in now and then go do the appropriate research, and once it's done, you know, we'll be able to then build it. But we are going to go with what we have, and this is a little reminder, we need to do 15k. So yep, this stage can support it, and it's cool. We actually see it on there. We're going to select that part. And we see our launch reliability of this is 30%, and now we're going to pick our booster stage, which was the Vanguard, and now we go up to 63%. And yeah, and then we could name it, but we don't have to. We could save this design. I don't know what I would call it. Actually, Celestial. Actually, does that include the payload, or is that? Oh, whatever. Let's just say we'll call it that. That's fine. Cool. Yep, and that was right. So it is like it's a month each piece. So it's 2 months, 75k, 63% reliability. Not bad. Honestly, not that bad. So we got the money, no problem. Cool. So in December, it's going to be done. So hopefully the weather in January is not too bad. Yeah, cool. And we're almost done researching our rocket test pad. We'll get that building too. Okay. All right, and now we also see some competition here. So Japan and China are both planning to launch the mission that we're doing in 8 and 11 months. So 8 months. So, you know, we'll have our craft, but we should be launching as soon as 2 months, right? So 1 month to finish the ship, and then the month after that we could theoretically launch. We don't know the launch window until we see it. So yeah, so we should still be fine on that. So what are we going to build? We want to build this test pad. Let's see, how big is it? Okay, so let's see, we get all these synergies here. So we're getting 2 bonuses. Launch reliability goes up and vehicle build cost goes down. There's no bonus for it being touching the headquarters. So yeah, cool. So I like this. I don't like that. So let's just see real quick how much. 25k. Clear that. So we're basically going to pay the 125 to go here, but does clear all that out. Yeah, we got the money. I like tucking it back here to get, yeah, even that, you know, the build costs do add up, so it is cool to get that in there. So, and you know, you can rotate the camera, you can rotate the building itself. I don't really, you know, like I said, I don't really care too much for this view, so how it looks isn't too big for me, but it is kind of cool. I will say I do like the art style a lot. Cool. So that's building. How long is that going to take? 3 months. Okay, so 3 months to build. So it might not even be ready in the time for our launch, but we're not going to hold anything up for that. All right. So a couple things. We could start the next thing. We can see here, actually, we go straight ahead to see the payload. So if we're gonna do lunar orbit, that would take the Pioneer payload, and that's a 35 kilogram payload. If we want to launch Animal in space, and it requires Earth orbit, this one requires the moon, obviously, but the payload is 500 kilograms, so it's a lot heavier. So check the quickly check over here at the upper stages. This one's 500, this one's 500, this one's 350. So Jupiter and Scout are both capable of carrying that Animal payload. The Viking can't carry either, so we would at least need the Able for the Pioneer. Now, you know, thinking ahead, you might just like go for the one of these ones that can do both. Now the difference is here, you got to see, this one starts at 40% reliability, and it only goes up 1% per level. But it only takes a month to build, so that's usually what the difference is: time and costs. The Jupiter, 65% reliable, so a lot more reliable, but 3 months to build. And then Able, also 3 months, even more reliable, but can carry less. But these are all Scout can only reach Earth orbit. So this is really the cheap way to go to launch something in Earth orbit. You have to do that animal in space mission, except you are risking some reliability. And these weigh what, 1,000, 12, and 1,000. So you really have to you'll decide between the Algol and the Jupiter, based on your upper stage. The Jupiter taking 3 months to build, the Algol 2. So it's like really you can go light. 3 months, have something you can make, or as high as 6 months for the bigger guys. So that is a big difference, especially in a race, right? So debating if we just want to try to get another one of these buildings. I mean, I absolutely want this. Both of these two are important. The research one a little less so. We want mission control sooner than later. That requires 2 of this building research. So I think we're gonna keep going with this. That'll open the door to the mission control. I don't think it's worth researching down the next mission yet. We're still a little bit of the ways in here. Yeah, so let's go next month. Cool. So some launch reliability. We're up to 69% launch reliability, and we get to set our date. January is looking good. Okay, cool. So here you can see that Japan is looking like they're gonna come in second if everything goes well for us, and nothing happens to them. And China is coming at third place, and ESA and Soviet Union have not even scheduled the mission yet. So yeah, we're gonna go with January. Oh, actually, you could see right here on the calendar, you can see the other nations that have them planned there. So yeah, we'll select January. And yeah, we don't have that other building built yet. I'm not gonna wait for it. If we did, we would have the launch. We'd be able to get a bonus to our launch reliability, because that's the one we're building first. But that's okay. We want to make sure we're keeping an edge here. And we just saw that the Soviet Union had finally completed their test launch. They came in 4th place, but they still reap some benefits from that. All right, so we have a month. Next month we get the launch and do a funding review. So unfortunately, we didn't get anything else done in the after our first mission, so we're just going to go up one tier, most likely. But so let's check that out. So the budget review. Okay, so that was the first year. We went up. 400 was the next point. Yeah, so now we're getting 79,000 a month. Okay, the spacecraft assembly facility research is complete. Okay, the spacecraft assembly facility provides a clean room environment to aid in the development of complex mission payloads. So that's what will boost the payload reliability. All right, cool. So our mission's ready to launch here. So let's go. Oh, we got some rainy conditions. So it's gonna drop us down a bit, maybe 10%. Ooh, terrible. This is really bad. So yeah, we went from 69% down to 50%. We could try to reschedule the launch. I don't know if I click this, if I like confirm, or if I just want to go. I kind of just want to go with it. He who dares. Coin flip. I mean, because there's really only 13% chance that it's gonna blow up. So we have, you know, an 87% chance of it succeeding. So
5, 4, 3,
come on,
2,
we're trying to get to the moon. We gotta go. So let's hope for the best.
We have liftoff.
All right, all right. It's a nice launch profile. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was going to the moon. Thought it was gonna go off the end there. All right, amazing. So we had some luck. We start leveling up our craft pieces here. That's great. So here here's the auto resolve thing. I thought we're not gonna do that, obviously. It's our first mission with the payload. We're gonna check it out. So cool. So the launch was successful. That's amazing. We had no negative or positive events, so we just go there. Our goal is to we have a single task, and that is to achieve Earth orbit. And to do that, we need to collect 2 comms and 2 data, which are mission resources. And so let's click in here to continue. So our objective is 2 and 2. If we can get 3 and 3, we actually get a 50% bonus reward. So that's cool. So how do we do this? So first we see how many commands we can do per turn. Here we have 2. We can do 2 commands per turn, and we have 4 turns. So we have 8 total commands that we get to do to get 2 comms and 2 data, or 3 and 3. And it's kind of like a little resource conversion thing. If you play board games or whatever, you play any resource management games, you know, it's kind of like, you know, get blue, turn blue into red, you know, double it up on this action, blah, 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 you know, that kind of thing. So our base resource is power. Real simply, we need to get some of these comms and data so we can try to turn them into more comms and data. So one thing we could do right off the bat, we could try to spend 1 electricity to get some comms, and then spend another electricity and a comms to get 3 data. So right on the first turn, and it shows our projection, we could end up with no comms, but have all 3 of the data that we want. Then on the next turn, we could spend 1 power to get a data, and then a power and a data to get 3 comms, and then we would be all set. And we could get it all done in 2 turns. Now, what's going on here? There's a chance, you see, where it's this is where the payload reliability comes in. So 65% chance of any of these things working. Now, what happens if it doesn't get into the blue? it'll usually cost more resources to do it. So, well, let's just see. I'm sure we'll hit some things. So we're gonna lock that in. I like that as an opening move. So, signal return test. Oh, okay, that actually rolled. I was waiting for it to go. It actually rolled 1%. So that's horrible. So there was a atmospheric interference. So it's saying this command's output will be reduced by 1 comm. Now we're only getting 1 comm anyway. So if we accept that, we just spent we spent a power and we got nothing for it. We can resist it by spending an additional power to get what we wanted. If we don't do this, our second action is canceled because we won't have the resources required. So we are going to resist it. That sucks, but you know, it can happen. Now we go to the next one. Oop. All right, we just squeaked in there. That's great. So that one was successful. So we converted the power and the comms into the 3 data that we needed. Awesome. So that was turn 1. So now we have 1 power left only. So we can't do what I said, but that's okay. Because we have 3 turns to do it. So we don't have to rush. So we can do what I like to do is a recharge power, and these always come first. In fact, you could take the whole turn and just build up 2 extra power. But I figure we'll do 1 and 1. Does that make sense? Yeah. We'll build up 1 and we'll spend 1. And yeah. And then the next time we can build up 1 and spend it again with the data, or we always kind of want to have 1 backup in case we have to do the resist thing. So here, see, we failed again. Payload reliability is really big. This is a really simple mission. On other ones, you'll have multiple steps, like doing a translunar injection stage, and then the actual like lunar orbit phase, and this and that. So there can be many steps. Having that payload reliability be as high as possible is critical. So here we have to resist again. This will actually then use our final power, but that's okay. Okay, so we did that. Cool. So that's 2 turns down. So now we're at 4 data and 0 comms, but no power. So okay, we could just do. Yeah, you know what I like? Okay, so we're gonna get a power and do a ground control connection here to spend that extra. We had 2 options here. Like we could. Oh, actually no, we can still do this. It's just if we won't have any power to resist if it fails. You know what? That could be fine. Assuming that if this failed, it would just reduce this by 1. Now that's not necessarily what would happen. But if that was it, that would leave us with 2. Then on the last turn, we could charge up 1 power and get a guaranteed 1 for the 3. So yeah, this would be great. So let's hope for the best here. So I'm gonna click through a little bit. Okay, we didn't get it. So let's see what happens. Okay, so minor solar flare. It'll cost an additional data. You haven't got enough power to resist it. So, oh, okay. Okay, that sucks, but so it's burning us an additional data. So that's not what we want, because it's gonna knock us down to 2. Okay, last turn. All right, so we're good. We actually have enough. We could just end now because we have the 2 and the 2 and the 3, but we do want this bonus. So all we have to do is charge up and do visual data collection and hope that goes well. So we should succeed no matter what. We hopefully will get the bonus. Oh no. Damn, that was rough. We failed a lot, 65%. I mean, we should have done better, but hey, It was a success mission. We just didn't get the bonus. We were the first to achieve an artificial satellite in Earth orbit. Get a nice milestone reward. We're gonna get 300 science, so 150 across 2 months. That's great. So we start the new year. We've already reached our next funding tier so should definitely be able to hit another one, I would think, across the whole year here. All right, so yeah, that was a success. That's awesome. Let's oh, it's saying we finished. I don't know. That's the next thing. Oh, okay. No, sorry. Let's just take a quick look at what we unlocked. Yeah, it's the spacecraft assembly abilities. This will give us a boost to our payload reliability if we use it as part of that training mission during a launch. See, that's gonna cost 100K. Before we commit to that, let's just see if there's anything else we have to build. So we'll check the missions. Okay, cool. So we're still first. Obviously, no one else is even close. All right, so we really have a big edge here. So, oh, there's something else here. There's a milestone challenge. So, what does this say? If you can complete 3 milestone missions, which we have completed 2. I mean, it looks like we completed 2, but I only see 1 pip there. Unless the challenge came after the test launch, so maybe that one didn't count. Anyway, yeah, if you can get 3 milestone missions, you're gonna get in the next 180 months. That is, you can get a negative 25% on vehicle research costs for 6 months. So you'll trigger that. It's another little bonus. So, okay, cool. So we still have this request here. That only is gonna cost like 80 grand. So if it's 180, yeah, I mean, we should definitely be able to do this. And we're not ready to do another mission yet. So I think it's safe to start planning this mission out and keep us going with some extra science. This will just really keep ramping up the science, ramping up the support. So we will do this one. Build our sounding rocket, Valorous, 78K. Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna lock into that. We're gonna buy. Can we just use the one we already built? Have it sitting around. Man, now is really the decision time. I like being the first one to do anything with the moon, personally. The times are all similar, but I feel like if you're going to the moon, you gotta start doing some moon science. I don't think we necessarily need to put the animals up there. We can just get some humans in space, but we definitely could do both of these. I think we just want to be the first to do this. So let's take a look here. So animal in space, bonus would be 75. You do get nice science. I know this one gives us a little more science, or we could pop over the moon, lunar orbit. Now see, you get 125 for being the first day. We're getting a little less science, but a lot more support. Yeah, I think we are moon focused. So I think we're gonna start breaking ground on the lunar orbit mission. Oh, there is the mission control. It's gonna be a little slower, so let's think about that. Actually, let's see our income real quick. You know what? We'll save this for the next episode. I'm getting a little deep in here. So yeah, that was great. We're off to a great start. yeah, first beat everyone to the test launch. We got the first satellite up there. Beat the Sputnik, and yeah, now we're moving on to our next phase here, the moon. We've got our eyes set on the moon here. So awesome, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're enjoying the series. I will see you next time.